Hey, welcome to another video for my TARDIS console building project. So far, we've talked about some of my research that's gone into it, and we've talked about making my three-dimensional model for it. And these things are kind of like the tertiary or maybe secondary option as far as getting ready and planning everything out. The hardest part, which I can't wait to share with you, a lot of the discoveries and whatnot, is actually finding out all the parts, all the pieces, all the things that actually go into making a TARDIS console tick, all the knobs and the switches and everything like that. And every single panel of all 6 sides are unique, they're different, they have their own flavor to them almost. Now, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, I'm actually taking out one panel as far as the replica is concerned and doing my own thing with it. So I look forward to showing you that one as far as that one gets progressed in the design stage. But today I want to specifically talk to you about the first panel that I found any parts for, and that is the circle panel, or as the Doctor Who magazine called it, the Fabrication panel. Now, all these names that were in there might have some sort of canon sort of reason for it, but I don't really know, and we're just going to call it the circle panel. This one has a large circle with lots of gears inside. Now, this panel specifically is going to have a lot of custom work to it. The circle window has in itself lots of gears and ways to spin things around to kind of turn those gears, and I want to make this as functional as possible. But to starting out, getting all the pieces and finding out all the parts, that particular thing is going to be the most interesting. Now, I'm 90% sure all the gears inside are custom made, that they're not, run-of-the-mill or something that you can purchase or find. However, the pulleys and the knobs on top of it do look like they're possibly found parts. So if anybody recognizes any of those specifically, or if they look like found parts, let me know. Otherwise, my intention is to try and recreate them as possible. They don't look actually too difficult. I should be able to laser cut or just trim out wood or metal and actually get it to function pretty accurately. Around it, though, are some really interesting pieces. Now, the first piece I really wanted to find was the radio tuner. Now, many parts on the entire TARDIS console have radio parts, radio knobs, tuners, and everything like that. And this one is no exception. However, it just has one single particular piece of a radio tuner. Now, I have found this tuner previously on old radios, and I didn't want to purchase for a number of reasons, mainly because of the expense. Normally, if you want to get a vintage radio, you're looking at $300, $400, $500, and just to rip off one piece and be, yay, accurate piece, I didn't really want to get into that. Now, this is going to be a good highlight of finding this piece that's as accurate as possible, but also a concession. Now, the piece, as you're looking here, as I'm showing some of the pictures, is very specific. It's pretty flat, it's got a little knob and a little window. Not a lot of detail, however, I couldn't find this exact model. If I find it in the interim between now and the actual build, I'll be excited for sure. However, I couldn't find the actual piece, but I found a really close second. It's a little more detailed, but it is still the right shape, the right size, the right part type, and I'm really happy with it. In this picture you're seeing is one I've purchased online. It is with a friend of mine in the US who is going to ship me a bunch of little pieces that I've collected so far. And I will show that in a video 100%, but I found a piece and I'm very happy and excited to actually add it to the collection, but also put it on there. The other pieces that are on here, as you're looking, there is a couple of things, I don't quite know what they are. They do look like faucet handles, and there's definitely one of the handled, I don't know what it's called. You spin it. I've seen it on things like guillotines and any sort of mechanical wear that you hold the hand and you can spin it around. Don't know what that's called. I don't know how big it is. It's probably around 4 inches. Again, if you recognize those pieces, let me know. The key piece here, which I'm going to highlight, if you recognize this at all, let me know what it is. But for now, it just looks like kind of a key winder. So, as you can see, this panel's fairly intricate, but fairly simple. There's a lot less parts on it than the other panels all around. We'll go into a little more depth of them as I find parts, and obviously as we go through the other panels, that'll be more crazy. If you want to keep, abreast of all these videos and maybe, the future ones and some of the other videos I have coming up, be sure to click over here to subscribe. It's going to be pretty fun going through this, but going through all the parts and finding them so far is actually pretty exciting. So I can't wait to go through each panel and kind of describe what I found. Scaling down does make some challenge, but I'm trying to keep them all about actual size. So anyway, if you have any questions, ask me in the comments below. If you have any leads for any of these parts, let me know. Like I said, they're all pretty simple, small, faucety brass or nickel-plated brass looking. But if you recognize them, let me know. Tell me in the comments below, send me links, however you want to do it. If you find something on eBay, send me that link. I'll really appreciate it. Hopefully the parts aren't too expensive. But anyway, if you have any at all questions, comments, put them in below. And I look forward to showing you some other videos. For now, if you want to click in this area here, I'm going to have a link to my other 2 videos as I move out of the way. Check those out and come with me on this journey. Anyway, thanks so much for watching.